Alex Revell, I just want to start with the injury front. There was two players went off in the last game against Lincoln, Dan Sweeney, Kane Smith. How are they?
It's for Dan Sweeney. Unfortunately, it's going to be quite a while until we see him. He picked up a nasty injury in his knee. We had some good news in terms of it's not as long as what we first feared, but yeah, it's disappointing for Sweens because he's come back and been in excellent shape and been a brilliant round the place, and we're obviously disappointed for him, but he's in a positive frame of mind in terms of what he can bring to the group here, and now it's about us helping him and making sure that he recovers fully. But like I say, we probably won't be seeing him for quite a while, which is disappointing. And then Kane Smith went off with a slight niggle. He's touch and go whether he'll make it, but again, just one of those situations where you've made all your subs and all of a sudden, he gets a slight niggle. But again, it was a shame for him because he's been in a real good vein of form, and showing people, how good he can be. So disappointed for both because they're two big characters in different ways, like Sweeney's voice and Kane is in his performances. But yeah, they're on the road to recovery, and it's unfortunately it's part of football, and that's why we've got this squad to make sure that if someone does get injured, that we've got real quality behind them.
Well, you've said previously that Dan Sweeney's been in the team because he's deserved to have that shirt. It's now a chance, though, for Charlie Good to come in and stamp his authority on it.
Yeah, there's others as well.
Yeah.
There is others, but yeah, listen, Charlie's been waiting in the wings, as has Nathan Thompson, who's been outstanding throughout this pre-season and the time that we've been together. And so it's not just Charlie, we're all pushing. There's other players that can play in there as well. So it's a chance for someone to come in and state their claim. So again, that's why we have this squad, because like I said, we've got real quality and depth. So we'll see what team gets selected and what that personnel is. But whoever steps in is ready, and they know they have to play to their best standards to stay in the team.
Two other injuries that we're all hoping have cleared up is Luther Wilden and Jamie Reid. How close are they to being?
So, with Jamie, again, it's just a waiting game. It's a waiting game with Jamie. He's working hard with the group and without the group. So it's just a waiting game. I think, everybody wants to see him back because we know what Reid's about and his personality around the group and everything about him. But again, it's just a matter of waiting for him really and making sure that everybody's safe and ready to go. And as Luther has been introduced in and out back into the group, whether the game's too soon for him, potentially it could be. But again, he's worked extremely hard over these last couple of weeks. We've had obviously missing the game Saturday to try and get in the position to be fit. So again, that'll be touch and go, but both of them are working extremely hard to make sure that when they are ready, and we get the all clear, that they're ready to hit the ground running.
You have had that break now of 2 weeks since the last game, and I know you wanted to sort of fine-tune a few things and get things right. How has the 2 weeks been?
Yeah, it's been a really positive 2 weeks. We lost obviously Eli and Dan Phillips to international, so they've been away for the majority of it, but both gone away and played and trained. So although they're away, they're not on holiday. They're training, and they both have played an international game away, which is great for us. But for the group that stayed here and trained, they've worked extremely hard. Last year we didn't get those international breaks, and I think it's a chance to kind of get refreshed, but also kind of to work on the things that you've seen already that you need to work on. And we know what they are. It's clear what we need to improve on, and it's been a big thought process in every day so far. But the players over the last 2 weeks have really come in, really used the time well to improve and make sure as a team that we're better come Saturday. And we're not far away. It hasn't been that we know it's that that killer instinct, that final pass, that final cross. That's where we've been lacking, and it's clear. So it's something that we needed to improve on. And it's been a real focus of our work. I think it's been a really positive 2 weeks.
Did you manage to get behind closed doors match or anything like that?
No, so in the end, no, we didn't, because of numbers, to be honest with you. So we used the time more so to be as a group and to work together. Sometimes, the games, it can be a bit of a hindrance, and sometimes because you might not have enough players, or actually you lose a day because of the work you want to do. So we haven't, but they've worked extremely hard. So in terms of the numbers and the physical output you get from a game, I think we've worked them really well, so that everybody's ready and firing.
Two new players in the group as well, obviously, after transfer deadline day, Jake Young and Kennedy. How are they settling in?
Yeah, I think they're both settling in well. I think Ken's still learning his trade, and he's going to learn every day. He's going to make mistakes, and he's around a group that won't allow them too often, which is great for him. And then Jake's come in, and he's got to get to the level that this group's at, because he's been in and out in terms of where he was previously in training, and we train at a different intensity here to where he was. So he's had to adjust and really get used to the level that we train at, to make sure that when he does get his opportunity, we want to make sure that he's ready in the way that we want to play. Like I say, this 2 weeks has been great for him, because he's got that work into his legs, and also just getting to know the group. He's getting to know the players and how they play and what's expected. And so in terms of those two, it's been a really positive time for them to spend with the group and get used to the players.
I'll get this question in quick before the rain comes down. Never an easy game in this league. Barnsley, example of that.
Yeah, absolutely. They've started the season well, and I've known Dal for a long time, and he's someone that demands that from his players, and he's had real success at previous clubs, and now he's showing what he can do for Barnsley. But we've got to make sure that it's us that turn up. It's us that go and show everybody what we're about, because, like I said earlier, we've been really close to having a much better start than probably what our points show. I think the performances deserve more, but we also know that there's room for improvement in certain areas, which we hope that when it all comes together, 100% will be a really excellent team in this league, and full of energy, full of intensity, full of forward play, and that's what this last couple of weeks have been all about, and that's something that we want to see on Saturday.
And ready and raring to go back in front of the Lamex crowd as well.
Of course, we missed it Saturday, being away. Strange, having that weekend off and watching some games going on, and all the staff were out watching games, and to make sure that just having a look at what's happening around the league. But you do miss that game feeling. So we're all looking forward to getting back and getting back into the room of things.